Elitism. It exists in just about every form and every subculture, every group, and just about any fucking thing imaginable. But there are a few kind of forms of elitism that I literally just cannot fucking abide by. The biggest being dating elitism. I don't know how the fuck this became a thing, because dating, quite frankly, is the last thing that anybody has a right to be elitist about, because literally, dating is a private affair. It doesn't matter if people know the two people, or in the cases of polyamory, the two or more people are dating. It's literally fucking nobody's business how people date. Like, that is a thing that absolutely fucking baffles me. Because I've noticed there are these, I've seen these posts on Facebook and rolling around and shit. I'm just like, you know, I just feel like nobody takes dating seriously anymore. Like, maybe I'm old-fashioned. You want to know what fucking old-fashioned is? And it's really funny because a lot of the time I see fucking girls posting this. You know what old-fashioned is? It's fucking goddamn misogynistic bullshit, ladies. That's what it is. Old-fashioned dating is you are subservient to the man. So you might want to reconsider that before you start going and touting all this holier-than-thou bullshit, by the way. And so, like, just dating elitism in fucking general, like, it just blows my fucking mind. Like, it's crazy how in the same breath people can be like, oh, no, it's like, I support people who are polyamorous, I support people who are in open relationships, I support people who are swingers, but then, like, whips the fuck around in the same breath, like, I just don't understand people who, like, casually date, though. What? Like, if people want to be in fucking casual relationships, fucking let them. That's their prerogative. Like, seriously, why the fuck do we still subscribe to this whole idea that you're supposed to get together with somebody, and you're supposed to be together for a long period of time, and then you're supposed to get married and be together forever? Last I checked, or at least for me, dating was explicitly just to enjoy the other person, to enjoy the time you have with them. If it works out and becomes something more serious and longer term, awesome. If it doesn't, and it does, especially if it doesn't end on bad terms, like, just enjoy the time you had. Enjoy the fun fucking memories. Like, what the fuck? You're not meant to marry every single fucking person you date. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. If that was the case, I would have been married like 20 fucking 6 times by now. And before that number slowed, actually, no, excuse me, that'd be 28 times now. But before the number slowed, that would have been, like, I would have been married more times than years I've been alive. And, mind you, since before I was legally old enough, you know, to marry. Like, that's kind of like fucking being like, oh, well, you know, when you're a teenager, you're obviously supposed to meet your soulmate, and you're going to be married and, you know, forever and live happily ever. Fuck that! Fuck that. Fuck that ideology. Fuck that crap. That is so shitty. But the thing of it is that when I see people getting all fucking holier than thou about dating, like, you can't fucking sit here and act like you're open-minded about the way that people, like, you know, the certain types of relationships, like I said, polyamory, open, fucking shit like that, but then act like the way you date is, like, so much better. But it's a sort of, like, fucking mentality, I guess, that we get, and I don't know if you could really call it a mob mentality, but it's, like, sort of this whole fucking thing of that, well, here's this idea, and this way I feel about this thing, and oh, look at that, a bunch of other people agree and feel the same way, so that must mean I'm right. Like, this is literally why we have 90% of the fucking problems in the world that we do, because there's just a select group of people that believe all believe the same fucking thing, and subscribe to this one fucking idea, and it's like suddenly, because more than one person agrees with them, or more than one person feels that way, they use it as this fucking means to, like, bolster and empower themselves and use it to fucking shit on other people and the way they fucking do things. Like, that's great if you fucking, you know, are more serious or whatever the fuck, I guess. Like, I don't know where this fucking, like, scale of, like, how to rate your seriousness comes from. I've never fucking, like, heard this system of measurement. I don't know what this fucking is, but apparently it fucking exists and I've just never been aware of it. But, like, like, it's seriously, like, thinking about it, it literally baffles me so much that I feel like sometimes, like, mentally I'm hitting a brick fucking wall just trying to talk about it. And it's, like, literally one of those things that just, like, pisses me off. Because it's just, like, you can apply it to other things, and those other things in this, like, the same realm of, like, love, dating, shit like that, you found, like, a fucking shit person. Like, for instance, sitting there and being like, well, you know, I feel like dating should be more serious than whatever the fuck. Like, but change it and be like, I don't know, like, apply it to sexuality. Then you sound really discriminatory. Like, why does it change when you change the subject of, like a subject, like the sub, like the, you know, the sub-subject? I don't know. But, like, for instance, when you say shit like, I sometimes feel like people don't take dating seriously anymore and they treat it more like, I guess, like window shopping or what the fuck ever. Like, you're literally saying, because people choose to interact with and love other people differently than I do, I feel like the way that I do it is better, and I'm taking it more seriously, and that they're wrong, and they're perpetuating some horrible fucking thing in society, which is quite frankly about the same fucking argument that bigots have made against, you know, homosexual relationships. Oh, well, I quite frankly don't agree with those two gentlemen dating each other. I mean, it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Like, I hate to break it to you people, but it's literally along the same fucking vein. Like, that's what you fucking sound, at least to me, that's what you fucking sound like. You literally sound like, well, my way of doing it is better because it's the right way. And I know that they're gonna fucking people that watch this video, people that know me, and they know that I'm talking about them to some degree. Watch them fucking backpedal. It's the most miraculous goddamn thing. I swear to God, I could fucking make a sport out of making people backpedal so fucking fast they get whiplash. Because the thing of it is, nobody, like, when it's put to them how fucking shitty they're being, they suddenly be like, oh, well, no, that's not what I meant. No, that's exactly what you meant, prick. That's exactly what you fucking meant. You were being elitist about dating, which dating is, like, again, like I said, dating is the last fucking thing anybody has any right to be elitist about, because the thing of it is it's a private matter between the people that are in a relationship together. And, like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, not only that, there's still, like, there are actually more people who are fucking down on open relationships than they are polyamory. And that might be largely due to the fact that polyamory is a thing that isn't largely talked about. I mean, like, even now, like, even though the first time I ever heard about swingers when I was, like, 18, which is now almost, you know, a decade ago, it's when I have talked about open relationships, people are like, well, so basically you're just in a relationship where your partner gets to, like, fucking cheat on you all the time. And it's like, no, that is absolutely not what is happening here. It only becomes cheating when dishonesty happens. But actually open relationships are about communication, honesty, and that's really fucking important. And actually, I feel like it's something that really monogamous relationships completely fucking miss out on. Because there's this whole thing of like, well, we're committed to each other. There's no one else. There's no blah, 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 blah. Stop. And so, like, it's this whole fucking awful mentality where, like, it's like, okay, well, we can get behind polyamory because it's just those three people. It's just those three people, or sometimes four people. I don't fucking know. I've never really heard of a four-cell fucking polyamory, like, relationship or whatever. You do you, boo. And so, but, like, just the way all that fucking goes down. I think it goes back to the whole thing of we put too much importance on love and sex being exclusive to each other, like being mutually exclusive, that you can't have one without the other. And, I mean, like, I always will definitely subscribe to the idea that basically we as a whole are the reason why we can't have nice things. And it's sort of like that little fucking meme on Tumblr where it's, God, behold, I have made a human. One of the angels, the fuck, man? You fucked up a perfectly good monkey. Look at it. It's got fucking anxiety. Like, it's that whole fucking thing. Like, we literally fuck ourselves up. We trip ourselves up. And, like, so many, like, but it's just, like, with the dating elitism, like, it's just don't. Fucking don't. Just let people date however the fuck they want to date. If they want to date casually, if they want to date seriously. I mean, personally, my fucking opinion is that you shouldn't fucking take dating too seriously. It should be about enjoying each other. It should not be with the, like, the idea of the end game in mind. And so, like, you just don't fucking do it. So that's how I feel about dating elitism. The other kind of elitism that I absolutely cannot stand is blatant elitism in the cosplaying or costuming community. Like, that shit fucking, oh my god. The thing of it is we all start somewhere. Nobody fucking starts out perfect. And the thing of it is even the people that do start out doing really, 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 really well, it's a fluke. It literally, they got lucky. And sometimes some people just have a natural fucking talent for things. Like, some people take to singing really well. Some people take to drawing really well. Like, it's just about who you are. And, you know, it's one of those fucking things. And, like, but it's a very thin line to toe, and it's really fucking difficult between when you like trying to find the line between I have really high standards for myself and I'm an elitist shitbag. Like, for instance, I have a lot of high standards that I hold myself to, but I don't hold anybody else to those. Like, yeah, no, fucking for sure. I could see somebody do a costume and just be like, wow, there's a lot of fucking shit that's wrong with that, but I'm not gonna fucking go up to them and tell them that. I'm also not gonna go online and try to find pictures of them and just tear the costume apart. I'm also not in line with one of my previous videos. I'm not going to fucking go out of my way to give them unsolicited constructive criticism. If they ask for it, whether it's directly to me because they perceive that the costume I've done, like if it's the same one that I've done well, you know, if they want my advice on something. But for the most part, don't fucking just do that because you're literally, like, you're giving constructive criticism, but really you're using it as a guise to be able to be like, I think your costume is absolute fucking shit. No. And, like, for instance, in certain costuming groups, like the 501st for one, they do have standards, and they fucking have to. And if you don't like it, that's you. They're not fucking they're not gatekeeping with costuming. Like, there are fucking elitists in the 501st. That's a thing that absolutely fucking exists. But not all people are like that, and you shouldn't judge that whole fucking group based on a few assholes. Because, quite frankly, they are very few and smaller group than people fucking think they are. But even so, like, with the 501st, they have different levels of certification. And the bottom tier level is for the casual costumer because they don't want it to be super exclusive that nobody can get unless you're the creme de la creme. Like, that's not how they fucking operate. And if that's the way you view it, that's you. That's on you. That is exactly all on you. But just elitism as a whole, but like, you know, it's just don't fucking do that. Like, stop whipping your fucking tiny dick out and like trying to pretend it's like, you know, 8 miles long or some shit. Like, just, nah. Like, sometimes your innies need to say innies. Like, all your innies don't need to be fucking outies, man. Like, keep that shit to your fucking self. But especially in more, like, in some realms more than others, especially in the realm of dating, because, like, quite frankly, that's the last place elitism needs to be. And I know I've said that tons of times in this video. But Jesus fucking Christ, it's one of those things that I feel like I have to be a broken record about it because some people just don't fucking get it. So basically, if you decide to go on and be elitist about dating, fuck you. Like, seriously, like, fuck you, man. Like, elitism, to begin with, is, basically elitism is where you're it's like you have standards and it goes horribly, horribly sideways. So, just don't be an elitist asshole.